Good afternoon to all the attendees of this conference. My name is Ana Santiago, and it was given me the pleasure to welcome you to the presentation on understanding and the application of eco-design concepts in technical subjects with new materials more sustainable. This study is authored by Teresa Raquel Barata, Marta Bicho, Ana Santiago, Rui Miguel, Sandra Ferreira, and Madalena Pereira. The aim of this article is to reflect on new textile materials and explore how students of fashion design and sustainable technology understand materials from an eco-design perspective. On May 27 of the current year, the European Council approved the Eco-Design Regulation, and this new regulation established requirements regarding the sustainability of the clothing and textile industry. In this graphic, we can see that worldwide fiber production surged from approximately 112 million tons in 2021 to a record-breaking of 116 million tons in 2022. Over the last 2 decades, global fiber production has nearly doubled, increasing from 58 million tons in 2000, and it is forecasted to reach 147 million tons by 2030. According to the presented author, a central aspect of the circular economy strategy involves reducing waste while promoting the reuse, recovery, and recycling of materials. This strategy sets ambitious targets for the textile sector, aiming for most textile products to be produced with recycled fibers by 2030, and committing to social and environmental responsibility. In a micro-analysis of the circular economy, according to the Eco-Design Regulation that we talked before, the unnecessarily high production volumes and short use phase of textiles, of which clothing constitutes the largest part of the consumption in the Union, causes significant environmental impacts. Newly produced but unsold textiles, and especially clothing, are among the items allegedly being destroyed. Clothing should be valued more highly, worn for longer, and better cared for than in today's fast fashion culture. From a circular economy perspective, this waste of valuable resources is in clear contradiction to the objectives of this new regulation. Teaching future-oriented thinking enables students to envision multiple possibilities, exploring various scenarios, and assess the implication of complex, interconnected outcomes resulting from different choices. This approach fosters an understanding of how these actions can contribute to the development of more equitable and sustainable societies. Sustainability in fashion is a pressing concern in today's global context due to the substantial environmental impacts of the textile and fashion industries. In this framework, eco-design emerges as a pivotal strategy to mitigate these impacts. The adoption of the 10 Rs represents one of the most comprehensive approaches to integrating sustainability into fashion product development. For students of fashion design and textiles, understanding and applying the 10 Rs is crucial not only for achieving the environmental goals outlined in the Green Deal, but also aligning with the requirements of eco-design regulation. Regarding methodology and objectives of this work, the primary objective was to analyze the knowledge of first cycle students in fashion product and fashion design regarding the concept of eco-design and its relationship with the 10 Rs. Considering that the new regulations concerning eco-design, the study was also aimed to assess the value attributed by students to raw materials, considering sustainability and circularity. This research employed methods for interpreting information and analyzing data obtained through a questionnaire administered to the students in textiles and fashion. As results, we can see that the analysis of these questionnaires reveals that students are not yet familiar with eco-design regulations. Only 6% of students reported being aware of this regulation, indicating that these concepts should be integrated and reinforced across various academic courses, starting from the first cycle of the degree program. When discussing the circular economy, there are several involving interpretations of the 10 Rs framework. As this concept is linked to waste management principles and discovered throughout the educational system, students were asked about their knowledge about the 10 R's framework. Most students demonstrated familiarity with one of the terms, mostly with reuse and recycling being the most widely recognized at 97%. However, some students selected I don't know for certain errors, not because they were unaware of them, but because they were unsure how to apply them or had never used the corresponding techniques. Comparing the previous result with this one reveals no direct relationship that would allow for a precise conclusion about the percentage of students who know how to apply each one of the 10 R's. There is, however, consistency in the knowledge of reuse and 100% and recycle 85%. For textile and fashion product designers, applying eco-design principles like material selection, streams, and production process requires a detailed and comprehensive understanding of raw materials, as well as staying informed about innovations and trends. The fibers that were highly identified by students were traditional fibers like conventional cotton and wool, and also some artificial fibers. Some students mentioned they did not identify certain fibers, not because they were unfamiliar, but because they had not encountered these fibers or materials in practices such as BOPET and BOPA. When asked to identify which raw materials are most aligned with sustainability and circularity, students rated organic cotton with an average value of 7 and recycled wool with a value of 6. Recycled and organic fibers as a group were rated 5, and fibers they were less familiar with were rated lower on this scale. In general, students associate recycled fibers with sustainability, and the high importance given to organic cotton is linked to certification like GOTS, which is well recognized among young consumers. Students indicated that they do not yet have a deep understanding of eco-design concepts and their interconnection. As final considerations, we can state that designers of textile and fashion products play a crucial role in meeting environmental objectives by aligning themselves with sustainability and circularity practices in accordance with European Union directives, sustainable development goals, ethical standards, social responsibility, and demands of global market competitiveness. It is essential for students to develop specific skills related to new materials and technological process to systemize practices in line with the principles of 10 R's. The market has been introducing new fibers and innovative materials, which designers must fully understand in order to exploit their potential and advantages, ensuring circularity throughout the value chain. As students are becoming increasingly aware of these new materials, it is imperative to create physical libraries of materials and strengthen the relationship between academia and industry. This collaboration is essential for experimentation and developing both theoretical and practical knowledge about emerging materials. The application of a questionnaire to the students in this study facilitated the reflection on the concepts of sustainability and circularity, particularly in the relation to the 10 R's, allowed a greater familiarization with a diverse range of materials, both conventional and innovative, provided a broader understanding of the concept of eco-design, not only in terms of regulatory frameworks, but also regarding its implementation in academia and students' projects. The results of this questionnaire enabled the introduction of pedagogical practices in laboratory activities, highlighting problem-based learning as an effective methodology for accelerating the acquisition and practical application of these concepts using materials supplied by the industry. Thank you all and good afternoon.